Why do you hunt? Discover captivating personal stories that are inspiring Mississippi's next generation of hunters.
Deer hunting in Mississippi has been something that I always cherished, I felt like I would see other people on TV. I would get these hunting DVDs, and I remember looking at those early DVDs, like from guys and like the Primos guys, Will Primos, hunting in Mississippi. And when I watched it, I felt like I was right there in the woods with them. And so, I would watch these DVDs and I would study because I didn't have a mentor. Me and my brother, we put it together one day. I believe I was 20 when I first took my whitetail in the state of Mississippi. The deer just kept approaching, and I remember lifting up my gun and getting ready to take that shot. I was so caught in a moment that I didn't want him to see me that I let him pass, and as he passed, that's when I took the deer, and it was majestic. And so at that time, me and my brother, we were talking. We had those two-way radios, and I was like, Kadera, come in. I shot a buck. And he didn't answer. And then all of a sudden, I heard another gunshot. Boom. And my brother came in and he said, man, I just got one too. So it was epic. So we had taken our first deer, but the only problem was we didn't have an ATV or nothing. So we shot 2 deer. So it's like, what are we gonna do next? But those simple days when all we would do is just get together and just attempt to try to go out and deer hunting. And I remember it was so special after that deer hunt that I was able to bring that meat on the table, and just to know that I did it, it was awesome. No one actually sat down and taught me, how to hunt or do things like that. Now my mom, she taught me about fishing. She's the one who really, I think, created that bug for the outdoors, because I remember in an early age, around 9 or so, she would take me fishing, and I always wanted to take fishing to the next level, and I thought that hunting was how to do that. And now my wife, she hunts by my side. My kids, I'm teaching them everything, and just being able to teach them these essential things, it gives them confidence, it boosts their self-esteem, and it's brought us closer together as a family because we can do it together. And just knowing that we know exactly where our food comes from. This is a legacy that I've started. Even Lakeisha, she's a first-time hunter probably in her family that she can recall,
Right.
And so passing it on to her, it's a great feeling as well.
We have 4 beautiful children. We have 3 girls and 1 boy. Having my girls and other women see another young lady out there in the woods, in the field, bringing food to the table, getting out there, making memories, and these skills that they're learning is necessary, and they will be able to take these skills with them to the next generation and to teach their children. So they will always have something where they're able to be a provider for their family. It teaches character, it teaches patience, it builds character, it teaches confidence. It's good even for mental health. This is something that even being outdoors in nature, just even breathing in this fresh air, is soothing to our soul. And we have to look at it more than just a harvest, because this is a legacy that we're passing on. This is something, yes, we're bringing food to the table, but this is something that goes beyond just the food. And I think it's very important that we teach it now to this generation, and we continue to instill these values also that comes along with it to the next generation.
It's so rewarding being self-sufficient, not relying on anyone else. We're not relying on the supermarket. We're not relying on the government. We can do this on our own. And I mean, it just seems like that just adds flavor to the meat. It really does. It's special because anything that you work hard for, you really can appreciate it. We have laughed in the whitetail woods, cried in the whitetail woods. We have argued in the whitetail wood. We have done it all, but that is who Henry and Lakeisha are. We love it. It's just something that we love sharing. Being a hunter in Mississippi, I really feel like we are the best hunters, period. I'm gonna tell you why. I really feel like we are like the underdogs. Everyone talk about like the Midwest. So being a hunter from Mississippi, I think that the best hunters in the world are right down here in the South. Anybody can kill a deer up north, a nice deer. But when it comes to Mississippi, if you can put a good one on the ground, you really done something. So
just being able to hunt your own state, knowing that the resources and the money that you're actually putting into hunting is going back into the state, that's just something, that's just a plus to it, because we're benefiting other, the Mississippi residents that live here. I go into the woods because it is peaceful. And it's a time to really just reflect on what God has blessed us with. We're able to actually come out here and hunt for our own food. We're able to just come out here and clear our minds and just get away from our busy everyday work life without pretty much being on our phones all the time. We're out there hunting, so of course we want the food that comes along with it, and I love cooking deer meat. So my favorite recipe that I like to do is the deer steaks. We like to cut them in 1/4-inch slices and wrap it in Philadelphia cream cheese, wrap it in bacon, and if you like it spicy, add a couple of jalapenos to it, and we put that on the grill, and it is so delicious. I mean, our kids love it. That's one of their favorites. Anything you can think of that you can make with beef or pork or anything, I can do it with deer meat. And the kids love it, so I've had no complaints so far. Women in the outdoors, it's becoming more and more relevant. Now you're starting to see some men taking their wives or their girlfriends out there in the woods. And there are also a lot of women who may not have a husband or a boyfriend that hunts. But now I've also started seeing that there are some state organizations and other organizations that are trying to introduce more women to the outdoors. Social media, that's the biggest connection out there. And if you don't know how to shoot a bow or don't know how to shoot a gun, you are able to go to bow ranges or to the gun shops and let them know that, hey, I'm new to shooting a gun or I'm new to shooting a bow and I want to hunt. And there are people who are willing and want to help women, especially women, get involved in the outdoors. So I think that's just very important that we try to introduce other women into this sport.